our friend, and Val beat a bud, but our friend right here, Alan Everywhere.
Day. I thought it said Bright Line.
No, Bright Line is not on today.
Day, can you do la boo boo?
Oh,
La boo la.
that's Val being a little bud. But
David was the reason why I love this point.
So, Bud, you know, it's been a crazy week for a railroad. You know, like
so
from
say it's a crazy road, a crazy railroad.
One, merger mania happening again.
Okay.
Am I right about that, Alan Everywhere? Am I right about, like, Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern talking about merging?
Yes.
Also, what the New York and Atlantic Railroad with, you know, expansion and, you know, bringing in more business. That another crazy one, am I right?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Also, I got a meme for tonight live stream.
What?
Or not a meme, but come on.
And you did me freaky earlier.
Don't you tickle me.
No, we got
1 minute. All right, come on. Share it's not letting me share my screen like up. There we go. All right, there we go. You see me?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Let's start it. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second.
Let me be honest about that. That would be a perfect meme for.
What?
That would be a perfect.
I'm in the meme right now. I'm in the meme right now.
Oh.
Yes.
What? That was your wife or your mom?
Is that her mom?
That's my mom.
Oh.
Hey, mom.
But there a meme and it on Instagram saying it Wednesday, my dude. Every time that Dimitri do a Wednesday live stream, we're going to get him to play it at, you know?
Oh, yes.
But let me just say, what's been going on with the rail industry right now, it's just been crazy. Like with Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern talking about merger, with let's hope the NTSB shoot that down to the ground. Because we don't need another 2 Class 1 merging, am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's gonna be one big railroad if those two guys are combined.
Spanish?
And it gonna be a monopoly too, you know?
Oh, yes.
So, for the love of God, this do not need to happen, you know?
Yeah, we do not need another one big railroad competing against other smaller railroads.
I know, it would.
That's why we got doing classes.
I know, that for sure. Also, I'm gonna bring it up. I still can't believe that 40 East Coast is trying to sue Brightline over the South Florida commuter rail plan. Like, really? Like, how dumb does it probably the new owners of the 40 East Coast, you know?
Yes.
I think it's time for us to, you know, F around with them, but yeah. But let me just say, this one is a big story I want to get out of way because it's coming up on the 13th. Big change to YouTube. Where YouTube is talking about doing an algorithm that the content you watch will judge your age, which I think that beyond stupid. Like, you know, like if you're a Thomas fan, like, you know, from Metallica, if you're an adult who like Thomas, guess what? You're going to get branded as a kid.
Whoa!
In order to prove your age, you would literally, and I'm going to bring it up, you would have to literally dox yourself by showing your ID and everything to YouTube, which is stupid, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I'm saying we all have accounts, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I know. Worse yet, and I'm gonna bring it up with YouTube. It that the thing that get me real worried, you know, like with the all the age verification crap. Like literally,
I don't know.
you would literally have to dox yourself. And the only reason they're doing it is because of the United Kingdom. What they're saying that they're saying the Child Safety Online Act. Like the reality is not to keep kids shaped online in the United Kingdom, but to dox political parties and people voices up who call them out.
Okay.
That's what it's really for. And the fact that YouTube is trying to do it here in the US, I don't agree with it. I'm probably going to be talking about it more on Dimitri live stream tomorrow. But it's something serious that is very concerning. And I think it really need to be talked about before it's too late. But it might kill off YouTube about 90 to 95% of YouTube revenue.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So, literally,
Yeah,
heck,
that's how I feel about that.
well, it's so bad that, you know, Moist Critical is talking about it. Asmon Gold is talking about it. A lot of the big YouTubers are talking about it. You know it's bad when a lot of big YouTuber and commentary YouTubers are talking about it. How they could kill off YouTube and pointing out how bad it is.
Wait, what, boo boo?
Am I right, Alan?
Oh, that Alan? I thought it was Brightline. My
No.
bad. Hey, Alan.
But, yeah, but
You're talking to Alan Fisher?
what do you think about the rail projects up in your area of New York?
Well, I think all the projects are going smoothly. They're taking their time. The Hudson River project is going okay. Basically, it's going to take its time to build a tunnel. But besides that, they were already started construction on the basically the actual line between New York and New York City Penn Station, part of the Access project. They're basically trying to figure out a way how to bring the tracks from the Hudson River into the station because they built a second tunnel.
Well, that's great, man. So they're already starting the construction project on that. Also,
And the point where it's almost finished is a little more than 60% complete.
I know, like, that thing ahead of schedule. Like, everybody said it was going to get done in 2030. It's about 5 years ahead of schedule, you know?
Yes, it's quick. And those are big pieces.
Like, the fact that everybody said, oh, that bridge won't be done until 2030. The fact that they already got it 6% done, and they'll probably have it done before the end of next year, is mind-boggling. They are literally already putting train track down on the bridge, which is something that California high-speed rail should have been already doing. Am I right?
Yes, I see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
California Hospital is a completely different project and is a much larger scale project. It goes over the whole state.
I know, but the fact is, they should have already be putting track down in some area that they already completed.
Yes, especially the
Yes,
viaducts,
girl.
which the majority of the line will be on viaducts.
I know, and that's the funny thing, you know? They should have already got that done. Like, that thing, they should have already got that done. But the fact is, they have not, and that's a problem, am I right?
Yeah, it could be.
Because, literally, if they get the track down once the fire decks are done, and then once the right-of-way get done, they can literally get it done way quicker, but, you know, they're not doing it in that way, you know? Also, I do want to bring it up, Black. I'm literally watching anti-rail people in the trucking companies freaked out up in Vermont and Maine and New Hampshire. They're right now freaking out right now because, one, the Vermont rail system, one who bought the Mountain Division right there in New Hampshire, are literally rebuilding it, and the truck companies are freaking out about it. They're about to have them competition, you know?
Yes, I see.
And funny thing is, it's getting so bad that they're making an anti-rail group just to try to stop it from happening, you know?
Yeah, quad kill.
Like, literally, like, they're literally freaking out so bad. They're literally making an anti-rail group on Facebook, but I found the group to try to stop this from happening. And funny thing is, they reminded me of something that happened back in 2013 and 2014 with not California, but Florida Brightline before, exactly with Brightline when it was still called All Aboard Florida. And I'm gonna bring it up with people who don't know. Back in 2013 and 2014, when All Aboard Florida, aka Brightline, was just getting started, you had anti-rail people from a group called Not All Aboard Florida, were paid over $1 million by a airline CEO named Chris Ramble.
Chris Rambo.
Yeah, the retired CEO of American Airlines. He literally paid over $1 million to the group to try to stop the project from happening. Our friend Dimitri Tavella, the CEO and president of the American Rail Club, exposed the reality on video. Like, you remember that, Alan?
I think.
It did it from 7 years ago, almost 8. The fact that the airlines are freaking out and going crazy on some of the stuff that is happening speaks volume. Am I right about that, bud?
Yes. Right. You're right.
Yeah. Also, so I remember when I told you about it earlier, the trucking company, and I'm going to bring it up for anybody who don't know, an area that you don't have class 1 and class 2 where remotely class 3, the class 3 railroads have it harder than the class 2 and class 1 because, one, in some area, if the trucking companies are bold enough and they actually work together and do a duopoly, they can literally F over railroads with lies and corruption. Like, back in 1995 in California, after they had the earthquake, you had the Eureka Railroad. When they had the earthquake and a flash flood a few months later that screwed everything, saying, let's just say it.
Bro, what are you
Say
doing?
it that what happened was they wanted to rebuild their line, but the trucking company went to the FRA and paid them a lot of money to tell them to deny them, don't let them rebuild the line through the Eel River to get to Eureka, California. They literally bribed them to stop this from happening.
Mom, bitch.
And what happened was that they screwed it over, and the town of Eureka, California, had been dying since the 1990s. But the trucking company got a whole monopoly in that area. Then you have in Delaware another thing that happened about 7 years ago with a railroad, the Coos Bay Railway, if I can remember.
You got this, girl.
The trucking company managed to get a monopoly in that area and kill off the railroad, but it actually had a rail bar system from Baltimore, where they rail barred stuff from Baltimore to Delaware as a shortcut.
Good.
And I guess the trucking company did not like that because that was very efficient. So they literally killed it. Like, you get what I'm saying, man?
Oh, someone's really cheating.
Yes.
A lot of the class 3 railroads, they are at the control of trucking companies that don't like them. If the trucking company comes to say, hey, we can work together to kill off this short line regional railroad, where we can take all the money for ourselves and cut out the middleman, or technically not the middleman, but us being the middleman, we can cut them out and take all their business.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna clip that.
That's saying what the trucking company do, because they're technically the middleman for what people don't realize. And they have happened across the U.S. so many times. I would probably have let me be honest. I would have enough money to freaking buy an apartment or rent an apartment for 10 years with all times this have happened. Which is a lot. But it's crazy, ain't it, you know?
Yes, it is.
Funny thing is, they're trying to. And what happened up in Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire with the Mountain Division with the trucking company? What the trucking company up there don't realize that Vermont's rail system is not a Class 3. They're a Class 2 regional railroad. So they're barking up the wrong tree, and because the Vermont rail system is state owned and run by the state of Vermont, they literally went up the wrong tree, you know? They went up the wrong stream, so they're literally screwed, if you get what I'm saying, the trucking companies. It's so bad that they're literally trying to make an anti-rail group. You know? You get what I'm saying, man?
Yes, I do.
But yeah, so have any anti-rail people in your area popped up like NIMBYs?
Maybe a few, but I never heard of them or talked to them that much.
So like,
Especially sometimes Hoboken, just city,
What the
those areas.
fuck?
Yeah, I didn't really go to those areas that much.
so I get the NIMBYs are quiet
Yay!
now, you know?
Oh yeah, look at that, look at that.
Yes, mostly it's kind of quiet around here.
Look like they're
Gotta let the projects happen.
starting to go quiet, you know what I mean?
Oh,
The funny thing is with most of the NIMBYs,
wait.
it's that they're hypocrites because literally any team that I'm gonna bring up, any team that evolved, you know, like of improving infrastructure, transit-based infrastructure, and all of that, they're always against it. Like literally any team that improved like the quality of life for people who don't need cars, like walkability, mixed-use development, transit-oriented stuff, they are dead against it. But when it comes to one more lane on a highway, or like you know like literally building a parking garage or like a big behind parking lot. Instead, they promote that team. We want more car infrastructure, like more car infrastructure. We don't care if we're going to take out your school because we want one more lane on a road. We don't care if we're going to take out your house or business. Like, they don't even care. They're hypocrites, you know? They're selfish little hypocrites that didn't want more road where they can drive and run over people everywhere, you know?
Yes, I think.
Am I right? Like, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna bring up, if there were no laws punishing people for hitting people walking across the road, these people would just speed and hit people and keep on going if there were no law against that. Like, let me be honest, they would do it if there were no laws to protect people walking across roads. That for sure. And most people don't even think about that. You get what I'm saying? Like, big automotive, they got a monopoly around here, you know?
Monopoly? I thought that was a board game, David.
It is, but it also a term.
A term of what?
Where one company or multiple companies are working together to control a certain demographic and make money working together instead of competing. A duopoly is like a monopoly, but multiple companies working together. Am I right, Alan?
Thank you, David.
But it's just crazy.
My baby dolls. You know, I love my baby doll.
So, not Bright One, but Alan, what is your favorite project that you're looking forward to get completed when it comes to rail? Hey, Alan, you still there? But I can't hear you.
Yes?
Alright, what is your favorite rail project that you're looking forward to get done in the next couple of years?
Well, I was hoping I could see the trains going over Newport Bridge. That's what I'm hoping for.
Dude.
And also fixing Newark Penn Station.
Oh yeah, that for sure. One of my favorite ideal, and I'm hoping to happen to here, is them getting that Avail Liberty's up and running. Like, literally, if Tucker can keep his mouth shut and don't jinx anything, we can finally get Cedo trains running. You know what I mean? I rankle in him, but yeah. But my favorite project that I'm hoping to get done, and this is one that I think would be because it's up in New England right now. It's a project that is evolving, like, you know, what Vermont Rail System is doing to the Mountain Division. That I'm looking forward to when they get done rebuilding that, you know? Like, literally, it's crazy when you just think about it, because, one, that a project that I'm looking forward to get done. Because...
it's raining now.
Oh, it's raining?
Yep. Everybody, the dogs were back.
Yeah. But it's a project I'm really looking forward to. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I understand.
But yeah. But also, that one YouTuber is keeping track of the projects that are happening. Am I right? Like, one of my most favorite projects he kept a track of that I liked that he did was from the Grafton and Upton Railroad up there right in Massachusetts. Cool little regional, or technically class 3 railroad, but I actually liked how they operate. Pretty cool warp modeling. But yeah. Just been crazy. Also, I see the article you just sent me up the New Jersey Turnpike.
Yes. Let's still talk about plans either tearing it down or locating it for something. But it's been a while since they updated. But that's the recent one that was posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen because if I-76 is gone, then how are people going to get from Jersey all the way to Turnpike? They got to take either I-3, they got to take Route 3, say 119 or 9W. Which, you know, these are interstates. And this new truck route that goes right into the sea, but trucks now allowed to sea during certain times.
Oh, no, but to be honest, I think it need to happen. You know, like, we build too many interstates. There are areas that I say don't need interstate, and there are a ton of areas. There are only a few areas that I do think interstate need to be completed, but there are a ton of area, and I mean a ton of area, I say we have way too many interstates in. Like, literally,
yeah.
In a way. But hopefully in our lifetime, people would realize, saying, hey, we need to quit building interstate. We already got enough of them. Then because, look, we've been literally building concrete road to sign and sea, like what Demetrius said. And we're literally wasting away in Margaritaville, you know?
We're basically wasting our tax dollars for this.
I know, it'll waste up money. What it should be really going for a commuter rail and walkability and transitability, you know?
Exactly. We do have transit.
It's junk.
And problem is that we can improve the transit infrastructure. We can improve it, but we refuse not to.
Yes, we can improve it. It basically costs less than building a highway. Basically for one track and one line.
I know.
Stations.
You want to know something funny? Do you know where all the money to build all the roads come from? No. All the interstate road and all the car infrastructure does not come from the government, does not come from the taxpayer. It comes from railroad revenue. Since the 1950, and I'm going to bring it up, since the 1950, the U.S. government been taking money, railroad revenue money, from the railroad and giving it to the competition and tax-free. Most people don't even know about that. Dimitri actually did a video talking about it a long time ago, about 7-8 years ago. It wasn't for him, I would have never known about this.
I would never know either. But I know the highways there, transit there. We still got transporting in and out of the city. We still got traffic. There's lots of traffic in the area. That's the issue.
I know. And a lot of
streets are coming crowd. It only goes to specific places. It doesn't go where the jobs are.
It doesn't. It doesn't even go where people actually live. Like, literally, the infrastructure we build right now is not for people to get around by walking or riding transportation. It to force people to drive car. What people don't realize, the infrastructure we build right now, it built that way on purpose. And I'm going to tell you, they built it on purpose that way because of big automotive. Because, let me be honest, if you built a city that where you don't need to drive, like where you can walk around, take public transit, and get everywhere with no problem without any hassle, guess what? You're not going to want to buy a car. Guess what? Going to cause a lot of money loss for a big automotive. Guess what? The insurance company are going to lose a lot of money. Guess what? What? The gas station and the mechanic are going to lose a lot of money.
And EV chargers.
Oh yeah, that too. The reason why our city are designed and our towns are designed like that, and not for people to get around, but to force people to drive in cars. Because if you look at photo of a ton of our town, 50, late 40, early 50s, you would start realizing that you would have been able to get anywhere with no car. The reason why it is a big problem now, it because big automotive, they want more money. They want more money. They want continued buyer. They want repeat customers. They want rational buyers. And the only way to do that is to force everything to bend around the car, like make everything car-oriented infrastructure. Get rid of like oriented infrastructure for transit and people, you know? A lot of people don't think about it that way, you know? Like, reason why the big automotive makers hate New York and cities that have, you know, mass transit system is because they can't make that much money in those places, you know?
Yes, plus parking and tolls into the city are going to be expensive just for the cars.
Exactly, and the big automotive maker, they don't like that because they know they can't make money in the area because people are not going to want to buy a car for the area. People are going to let her take transit in. The fact is, a lot of the big automotive makers, they hate mixed-use development. They hate anything that is transit-oriented. They hate everything that is walkable and walkability. Heck, there are some areas in the U.S. where they make it where you can't even walk. Like, there are no walking zones in the U.S. to force people to drive cars, you know? We all know why they do this shit. It's to make more money. And the fact is, I am going to bring a ton of this stuff up with Dimitri in tomorrow's live stream because he is live streaming tomorrow. And I'm not missing that live stream this time. That for sure.
Yeah, I'm not missing it either. I got home with no vacation on, but it will come over YouTube.
I know, dude. I literally fell asleep 20 minutes before his live stream began, and I didn't even know he was doing a live stream that night.
You didn't get a notification?
No, I did not even get a notification. I was already asleep by the time the notification popped up. So, that was kind of oopsie for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy, you know?
It's kind of crazy when you lose track of time.
I know, but it's saying a lot because a lot of out because a lot of our generation, we don't want to drive. We don't want to be forced into big automobiles. Am I right? Like,
yes, but especially when vehicles get bigger and bigger, they cannot even fit in parking space.
I know, not just that, they're getting too big. Plus, I'm going to say that, and a lot of people are probably going to get pissed at me for this, but big car culture have caused obesity.
You're right.
Because...
Yes, it's definitely us.
Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Like, what people don't realize... I don't know...
It takes people ability to walk.
Because, look, the more we build our stuff around car, people are not going to walk. People are going to end up not burning that much weight off. People are going to get more fat, you know? Car culture and car infrastructure causes obesity. Am I right?
That is right.
And the thing, if you look at cities that are built more for cars than people, and cities that are built around transit and people walking around, you will notice that the cities that are built around people and transit-oriented infrastructure have healthier people, but the cities that are built around, cars and stuff, like where you're forced to drive everywhere, when you start looking at those places, you start realizing people, those places are obese and fat. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. And there's difference of city planning. The old historic city versus the newer city of how they're built.
And that same, the city I live in, or the city that is a 20 to 30 minute drive from here is walkable, like downtown Charleston, South Carolina. The main city is super walkable. Like you can literally walk, bike. Saying it, we used to have a cable car system until until the early 40s, but we still got an okay bus system, I would love for it to have a good transit-oriented infrastructure, but, that's going to take a long time to happen. But a lot of people don't realize that ton of the infrastructure we have now, like, ton of the bad infrastructure was because of corruption and lies. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's raining right now. You were right, Val. But it's a crazy Jane. Am I right about that?
Yes.
I'm wondering if Gordon online, but it's crazy when you did think about a ton of the stuff. Am I right about that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about it, but it's the way how it is, how the infrastructure is built. But there's a way to get around it. You just got to escape your town.
I know. Problem is that big automotive, they don't want them to towns, I always say this. The people who would see it as a threat are big automakers,
Brooke, what are you doing?
Yes.
My car dealership, they will find it as a threat. And a lot of people don't think about that,
Mm-hmm.
But it is crazy. But we'll probably go on for another 7 minutes before I call it a night. But like literally, I always say that some of the biggest people who destroy transit in the country are the people who own, like car corporations. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, I see.
A lot of people think the car it one that built the country. No, it didn't. The car really did not build the country. What really built the country was the train, The train is what built the country in a way. And a lot of people don't realize that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
And it a lot, am I right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
And a lot of people don't want to even think about that. But think of it. A lot of our transit system, a lot of our rail infrastructure built the country up. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And a lot of the big automotive makers, they hate that and they want to rewrite history. They're hoping that if we get farther down the line, eventually people will stop thinking about it,
Right.
It a lot, ain't it? But yeah, it's just crazy when you did think about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I see the photo you sent me, bud,
Yes, I can tell you there's a difference. of how all cities were used to build.
Mm-hmm. And thing is, a lot of the car corporations, they don't like city like this. If they had their way, let me be honest, if the car company had their way, they would bulldoze half of these cities to the ground, even if they were historic. Put parking lots over them to say, hey, drive your car here. Hey, drive your car here. If you want to go get a cafe or something. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
And the big automotive maker, they know it. They know it. You get what I'm saying? They know what they're doing.
Yes, I do.
Like, it's just crazy when you just think about the real Zate and all the stuff they're trying. But it's crazy when you just think about the reality of it, you know? Because a lot of
It's kind of crazy to think about.
Oh, I know. And heck, it even crazier when you start realizing that they're trying to shut and censor our voices up, too. I'm still going to say this. A lot of the car company right now, if this bill passes in Congress, where they will use an algorithm and want you to use your ID so that you're a real person. And so if you're an adult or a teenager, in reality, they're going to use it to censor everybody and shut everybody's voices up. You know, and that thing that get me real worried.
Whoa!
It not